The ICEVI, the Nippon Foundation Mathematics Package for Teachers video series, Abacus as a Mathematical Tool. Title of the video, Triple Digit Divisor and 4-Digit Dividend. Example, 4567 divided by 296. Having discussed the abacus division involving 3-digit dividend and 3-digit divisor, let us demonstrate a few problems where 4-digit dividend and 3-digit divisors are involved. Let us take the example 4567 divided by 296. Let us set the dividend 4567 in the extreme right of the abacus and set 296 in the left extreme of the abacus. As 2 is less than 4, the quotient should be set to the left of the dividend by skipping a column. Let us make a decision on the assumed quotient. As 4 divided by 2 is 2, we have to reduce 1 from that and set 1 as the assumed quotient. Let us multiply 1 with 296 and subtract the same from 456 of the dividend. That is, 2 is subtracted in the thousands column, 9 in the hundreds column, and 6 in the tens column. Now, for subtracting 9 from 5 in the hundreds column, we subtract 1 in the thousands column and add 1 in the hundreds column. Then we subtract 6 from 6 in the tens column. In the next stage, let us look at the highest digit of the divisor and the remaining dividend, which is 1607. As 2 is greater than 1, we have to set the quotient to the immediate left of the dividend. In order to find out the assumed quotient, let us take 16 of the dividend and ask how many 2's in 16. There are 8 and 8 is nearer to the highest single digit number. We mentioned earlier that in such cases you can reduce 2 or 3 from the value and consider that as the assumed quotient. It means we can consider 5 or 6 as the assumed quotient. One general observation is that we take the average of 2 and 8, which is 5. In most cases, that number which represents approximately the mid value may be taken as the assumed quotient. Set 5 next to the quotient 1. That means 5 multiplied by 296 should be subtracted from the remaining dividend. That is, 5 multiplied by 2, that is 10, is subtracted from the thousands column and the hundreds column. That is, 1 from the thousands column and 0 from the hundreds column. In the next stage, 5 is multiplied with 9, which is 45. That should be subtracted from the hundreds column and the tens column. In the hundreds column, 4 should be subtracted. That means clear 5 in the upper abacus and add 1 in the lower abacus. In the tens column, there is no bead, and therefore in order to subtract 5 there, clear 1 in the hundreds column and add 5 in the tens column. Finally, 5 is multiplied with 6, which is 30, and this should be subtracted from 57 in the tens and units column. That is, 5 is cleared in the upper abacus and 2 added in the lower abacus. And finally, we have to subtract 0 from the units column. Now, we can see the result in such a way that the quotient and the remainder are separated by a column. The quotient in this problem is 15 and the remainder is 127.